Gjallarhorn is back, and it's back in black. No, wait, that was the Rise of Iron. Hold on. Gjallarhorn is back, and it's now finally in Destiny 2. I'm going to show you how to maximise its already nutty damage so that you can essentially delete the entire game. You too can get it by the quest handed to you from Shorhan in the Cosmodrome. It comes with the Wolfpack rounds perk, whereby rounds fired split into tracking cluster missiles, which not only increases its damage output but are excellent for ad clear too. It also has Pack Hunter, which will increase your handling and reload speed when nearby to allies. This also grants Wolfpack rounds to allies using non-exotic legendary rocket launchers. This lasts for 15 seconds on firing Gjallarhorn and essentially gives these allies a bonus 30% extra damage output for free. As you can see, it's incredibly potent in its base form, but once you obtain its exotic catalyst from the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, you can do some insane damage, and with this build, we're going to max it out. More Wolves is the bonus perk, so you can now get the original D12 rockets in the magazine, but also final blows with Wolfpack rounds spawn a faster, more powerful rocket at the target's location. This essentially gives you an additional 6 Wolfpack rounds that do more damage. So if you manage to destroy an ad near the boss with Wolfpack rounds, you could also benefit from doing more damage with the additional Wolfpack rounds too. All of this puts its base damage output for 2 rockets at 260,000, with actual DPS sitting around 200,000, putting it up there with the best short burst high damage output weapons in the entire game like the Lament and the 4th Horseman. Now you can get even more damage essentially on tap thanks to the Argent Ordnance mod. It grants the Godslayer Warheads perk, and you can stack this mod up to 3 times, which will grant you a 35% damage boost to rockets when you're charged with light. You do only really need one though, which will still give you a 20% damage increase. You get increased reload speed intrinsically too with the mod, but it will consume 1 stack of charge with light if you do any damage regardless of if you kill something or not. You can use high energy fire instead, but you have less chance of being charged with light for that moment you want to use your rocket. Now chucking elemental charge to become charged with light when collecting solar elemental wells, which you can create a number of ways to be honest, but let's use elemental armaments this time. Font of Might though will also stack with your charge with light mods, adding an extra 25% damage boost. So now just please hold on to your pants, because these numbers are about to blow them off. When the stars align with both Godslayer Warheads and the Font of Might, you're taking the base damage of 130,000 to upwards of 200,000 per rocket. With 2 rounds from the catalyst, that's 400,000 total damage in no time, and with 9 in the magazine using a rocket launcher reserves mod, you're going to be pumping out nearly 2 million overall damage output. That's just insane. This is also without any 30% debuff supplied, which is even easier to do with a fireteam setup, with thanks to Hunter's Tether or Shattering Strike, a Titan's Hammer Strike, or even the Warlock's Fellwinter's Helm. There's also the Focusing Lens mod from the Seasonal Artifact, which will amplify its damage by a further 30% to enemies affected by stasis, so there's that to take into account too for the absolute maximum potential this setup can achieve. If you're running the elemental well mods we've shown, I'd recommend elemental time dilation, just to give you an extra bit of leeway when getting into place to use the Font of Might on a boss or during a DPS phase. Remember, charge with light mods like the Argent Ordnance or High Energy Fire won't stack with the Well of Radiance, but it will consume your charges of light regardless. Ultimately, it's all about just rolling as many buffs and debuffs as you can, and with this highly tuned Gjallarhorn build, it makes it just absolutely insane. Not just because of its ultra damage output, but also its incredible ease of use potential. Make sure you've subscribed if you're new here and enjoyed the video. We've been smashing out the videos recently, so why not check out this other nutty build guide shown here.